You ever walk into a room and feel heavy? Not because of the air, not because of the weather, but because the walls are closing in under all that stuff. Every corner stacked, every drawer full, every shelf sagging. We call it living, but the truth? It's drowning. And maybe the answer isn't to clean it up piece by piece. Maybe it's to wipe it all away. Start from nothing, like the Amish do, and see what happens when you only bring back the things your life actually asks for. 1. When empty feels wrong but right. The first time you walk into an empty room, your mind gets loud. It feels wrong, like something's missing, which of course it is. The walls feel bare. The air feels bigger. You notice sounds you never noticed before. The echo of your own footsteps. The tiny hum of electricity in the walls. And yet, deep inside, there's a strange kind of peace. That's the start of decluttering backwards. You don't start by throwing away a few things. You start by taking everything out. All of it. Yes, even the things you think you could never live without. The point isn't to suffer. It's to shock your senses. To break the autopilot that's been running your home. Suddenly, you're aware. And awareness changes everything. 2. Thinking like the Amish. The Amish don't declutter the way we do. They don't sit on the floor surrounded by piles of sweaters, asking themselves if something sparks joy. They just never let the clutter in to begin with. Their homes breathe. Every object earns its keep. If something is in their house, it's there for a reason. That's the mindset we're after here. Not just cleaning, but living in a way where your things feel like tools, not burdens. When you strip your space down, you start to see the Amish logic. Fewer things, more peace, less maintenance, more life. It's not about living in the 1800s. It's about living without a constant swarm of distractions. 3. My first shock. I remember the first time I tried this. I cleared my bedroom. Everything. The bed frame stayed. Mattress. A blanket. That's it. The rest? Packed into boxes and shoved into another room. The first night felt empty and a bit pathetic, like I had lost something. But the next morning, I woke up and there was nothing to trip over. No clutter on the nightstand. No pile of laundry staring at me. I just got up, stretched, breathed, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel behind before my day even started. That's when I realized the stuff I thought was just there was actually noise. 4. Waiting for the need to appear. Here's the twist in decluttering backwards. You don't add things back because you might need them. You wait. You live without them until the absence starts to itch. And then you only bring it back if that itch becomes a need. I thought I need my second set of bed sheets right away. No, I thought I missed my stack of decorative pillows. Not even close. What I did miss, my kettle. Took me 3 days to realize it. The morning coffee ritual wasn't the same without it. So I brought it back, and suddenly that kettle felt special again, like it had earned its place. 5. The weird emotions that come. Decluttering backwards feels strange. There's pride, then doubt, then peace, then frustration. It's like a roller coaster. At first, you're proud because you're doing something bold. Then you doubt yourself because you feel unprepared. Then comes a strange peace when you realize life still works fine without the extras. And then frustration hits when you're cooking and realize you got rid of the one pan you actually use. But that's part of the game. That's part of learning what actually matters to you. And the Amish? They already know. They've been living this way for centuries. 6. How it changes your brain. It's not just your space that changes. Your brain changes too. When you live with less, decisions shrink. You stop asking, what should I wear today? When you only have clothes you actually like. You stop asking, where did I put that thing? When there's not much to lose. The Amish have this advantage built into their lives. We have to train ourselves into it. Decluttering backwards forces that training. You start valuing function over form, quality over quantity, and slowly The urge to buy just because something's pretty starts fading away. It's quiet, but powerful. 7. The Sentimental Trap. We all have it. That box, or drawer, or entire closet, full of memories. Decluttering backwards forces a question. Do you actually want that memory in your space, or just in your mind? When you start empty, you'll notice something odd. Most sentimental items don't feel urgent to bring back. You might think of them fondly, sure, but you don't reach for them. And if you don't reach for them, maybe they've already served their purpose. The Amish don't have closets full of high school trophies or random souvenirs. They keep what matters and let the rest live in memory, not in dust. 8. The quiet power of space. Something magical happens when you live in a mostly empty room. You hear yourself think. Your eyes rest. You're not scanning shelves full of knickknacks. You're not walking around piles of later tasks. The air feels lighter. It's not just minimalism for the sake of a Pinterest photo. It's minimalism because your brain finally gets to shut up for a second. The Amish understand this instinctively. They create space so life can be felt, not just stored. 9. The hard days. Not every day feels good. Some days you'll swear this was a bad idea. You'll open a drawer in the storage room and feel a pang of longing for all the stuff you put away. You'll convince yourself that you need it all back. But if you wait, that feeling passes. And when it passes, you're left with clarity. You realize the longing wasn't for the thing itself, but for the comfort of familiarity. Big difference. And that's when decluttering backwards turns from a project into a lifestyle. 10. The forever shift. Once you've done it once, you don't go back. Not really. You might buy things again, sure. But now you're different. You buy slower. You choose better. You think twice. In your home, it never gets back to that suffocating point because you felt the freedom of less. And freedom is addictive. The Amish live in that space every day. They protect it. They respect it. Decluttering backwards isn't about copying their way of life completely. It's about stealing the wisdom. The understanding that less isn't just enough. Sometimes less is everything. That's the thing about less. It doesn't take much to feel whole. You learn it when you live in a room that breathes. You see it when your days aren't cluttered with things you don't touch. And once you've tasted it, you guard it. You protect the quiet. The Amish have known that forever. Now, maybe it's our turn. This is Rustic Pantry. Simple living, honest spaces, and the freedom you didn't know you were missing. Until now.